Alright, I think we're all packed up and ready to go. Let's just go over our plan once more, just to ensure that everyone is on board. Doe and I are going to approach the enemy territory. Bartholomew will follow us at a distance, in the case that we're ambushed. Hank and Arthur, you two will go back to the kingdom and begin informing the public about the king's true plans. Hopefully, this will spark a rebellion and you'll be able to get together a task force with the goal of releasing the prisoners taken from Mayberry Woods and any others you see fit. In a week's time, we will all converge here, along the river on the east side of the valley. Are there any final questions before we depart? In that case, I will see you gentlemen in 7 days' time. Be safe, all. Come on, Doe. We should get going if we want to arrive before sundown. I was genuinely surprised to learn that the enemy has a troop stationed near the prison. But I suppose it makes sense with an entrance to the catacombs so nearby. Oh, there's nothing wrong. There's just a lot on my mind. I'm sure you'd rather not listen to my grievances. We should keep morale high. We have a rather long hike ahead of us. You're right. It's not like we have anything better to do to pass the time. I'm just so confused. I'm not sure who to trust anymore. I'm not sure where my loyalties lie. Of course, Princess, I trust you wholeheartedly. I would never doubt you. I'm just pondering how well the kingdom would have fared under my rule. Wondering how life could have been different. I did call you Princess. It just sort of rolled off my tongue. Do you like it? Well, I prefer doe eyes as well. But there's no harm in having another term of endearment for you. I can see how your title would make you feel a bit uncomfortable, seeing as how you ran away from it nearly a year ago. Gosh, has it been that long? Well, just know that when I use the name, it's not in jest of your title. You may be the princess, but more than that, you're my princess. My doe. I just can't help but think that I could have had it all. And I was so close to having it all without even realizing it. I was this close to being a king, preventing a war, and having the most perfect bride, ruling in peace and prosperity. The life of my dreams was right under my nose the entire time, and I had no idea. Yes, sometimes I do wish that I could go back and do it differently. I can't help but fall to the delusion at times. Logically, I know that it would not have been the paradise I dream of. I don't think I would have ever been happy in an arranged marriage, no matter who my bride was. I had to choose between the chance of love and freedom and a kingdom and prosperous rule. My heart yearns for both, but my mind reminds me that it would be impossible. Don't raise my hopes, Doe. You and I both know there's no going back at this point. Neither of our kingdoms will truly be the same after this. Besides, I'm not sure if I would have made a good king anyway. I mean, look how easily your army was able to find blueprints to the entire capital. Not even the scholars in my kingdom have access to those. And my people are so divided. Even my finest generals couldn't agree on a plan of attack. I fear that if we are unable to stop this war, my kingdom will fall. Well, I suppose it's not mine anymore. But it is my home. My father deserves defeat. But my subjects never did anything wrong to deserve such a useless war. And the prison systems we have in place are atrocious. I knew it wasn't pleasant, but I never knew the true horrors that befell this forsaken place. I can no longer see myself on a throne with a crown upon my head. I feel as though there is no happy ending for me. I don't see myself fit to be a king. And until last night, I was sure I'd never see you again. I am so happy to be in your presence once again, but I'm deathly afraid of losing you. I've lost my kingdom, my only family, my status, everything. I can't lose you, too. You truly believe that I could be king one day? What kind of king is a war criminal? You may not believe I am a criminal, but to the entirety of this country, I am a treasonous traitor. There's no way that in the 7 months I was in prison, the news of my arrest hadn't been spread across all corners of the nation. There's no place for me to go. I just want to give you the life that you deserve. The life of a queen. But I can't. You have the choice to go back to royal life if you wanted, and I wouldn't blame you. No. I can't look at you. Please, don't make me. I don't want you to see me like this. I love you too. What do you mean you don't want that life? Who wouldn't want a life of royalty? Sure, I'll sit down. But whatever for? I'm all ears, Princess. You know you can tell me anything. I see. The youngest of 5, and all brothers. That must have been rough. No? How so? Ah, I see. The way you tell it, it's almost as though your brothers raised you. You're always around them, and they always included you, acted as your protectors. It sounds as if your father wasn't very present in your life. Until you were 15, what happened then? Oh, Doe. I'm so sorry. That must have been devastating. The death of an heir is heartbreaking, yes, but the death of a brother. I can't imagine how hard that was on you and your other brothers. It was a hunting accident. I see. And after the incident, your father separated you from your brothers. That's awful. I can't imagine losing someone so important and then being put away into hiding. I'm sure your father just didn't want the same to happen to you, but I'm so sorry, Doe. In all-girls boarding school. Well, what happened when you came back? I'm sure your brothers were elated to see you. First thing you did was a horse ride with them. Sounds like it was a lot of fun, and a great way to catch up. And when you returned, your father said it was unladylike for you to be out. Sounds as though he grew incredibly cold when you were away all those years. No. He broke your personal bow and sold your horse. How could a father treat his child like that? Actually, I think I understand now. If you've lived a royal life, you'd be shut away. Your father would marry you off for political reasons, conditioning you and using you like a pawn, the way my father did me. Well, I'm very happy that you left that life behind then, and that I found you. It feels almost like fate that two people such as ourselves would live parallel lives and find each other the way we did. We were destined to be married, but we both had different plans. Yet we still managed to find a way to be together. In any case, thank you so much for telling me, Doe. I know firsthand how difficult it can be to be so vulnerable. Now, what do you say we get to town? I would love to meet your brothers and thank them for taking care of you all those years. Let's finish what we started. We're just outside the town. I wouldn't be surprised if they had guards stationed around here, so be alert. Yeah. Good timing, soldier. We're friendly, and we're not armed. We'd just like to enter your camp. Well, I don't know. Perhaps you should ask your princess what our intentions are. No need to bow. Just show us the people in charge, please. Oh, and back there is my friend. He'll be coming as well. Perfect. Lead the way. Just in here? Thank you, good sir. Bartholomew, would you stand guard outside? Thank you. I'll try to keep this quick. Hello, good fellows. You must be the man in charge. I am Prince Loch, and I'm sure you know who this lovely maiden is. No need to be hostile, sir. I know we have a lot to explain, so just put the blade down and let us talk. Okay. Let me make this quick. The entire war has been staged. I was framed and imprisoned, and the princess helped me escape. We're on your side, and we might have a little more information that you'll find useful. I know it all sounds crazy, but my father has been planning this war for months. He's become cold and power-hungry. When I left my kingdom, he had me followed to ensure that I would not come back to the palace. Soon as I had legally renounced my crown, he had me captured and forced me to serve on the front lines. Once I learned of his scheming, I lashed out and was labeled a traitor and imprisoned. Sometime during those months, the princess was captured as well. Thankfully, we've both escaped, and we want to help you. We have blueprints to the catacombs under my kingdom, and I know the capital like the back of my own hand. We can put an end to my father's tyrannous reign. What's in it for me? Well, to be honest, I'd like to ask for the princess's hand in marriage. I know that it is not a privilege that you can grant, but that would be the only thing I can ask for. That is, if it pleases Her Highness. I will serve any role that will aid in this effort. I will fight on the front lines, hold down defensive positions, patrol duty, anything. You think we should go to the palace? Why is that? Is it for security reasons? The king. He's ill. That's terrible to hear. But what could we possibly do for him? We can't. But you're right. It could be my only chance to ask for his blessing, and Doe, it could be your last chance to see your father. He hasn't seen you in nearly a year. But it's up to you, Doe. I go where you go, if the captain here will allow it. Then we'll leave for the palace in the morning. Would that be all right with you? We should find a place to rest. We've had a long day.